Lord, I've been carrying a weight for so long, trying to keep moving when everything feels wrong. I've told myself that I have to be strong, but some nights I don't know where I belong. You see the tears I keep hidden away. You know the battles I fight every day. And I'm coming to you with nothing to prove, just a tired old heart that needs you to move. Lord, give my weary heart some rest. I've done my best. Now I need you to do the rest. When my soul is tired and my faith is low, hold me close and don't let me go. Take these worries from my mind. Give me your peace when I cannot find a reason to smile, a reason to stand. Lord, I'm placing my life in your hands. I've asked you questions I couldn't explain. I've prayed through sunshine, I've prayed through rain. I watched some doors close right in my face and wondered if I had somehow lost your grace. But looking back at the road behind me, I can see you were closer than I could see. Every time I thought I was walking alone, your mercy was carrying me safely home. Lord, give my weary heart some rest. I've done my best. Now I need you to do the rest. When my soul is tired and my faith is low, hold me close and don't let me go. Take these worries from my mind. Give me your peace when I cannot find a reason to smile, a reason to stand. Lord, I'm placing my life in your hands. So tonight I surrender the things I can't change, the unanswered prayers and the seasons of pain, the words that were spoken that cut like a knife, the disappointments that followed my life. I release every fear about what comes tomorrow. I release every memory that still brings sorrow. I don't know what lies beyond this night, but I know you can lead me toward the light. If I wake up tomorrow still carrying pain, remind me your mercy is new once again. If another mountain rises before me, give me the courage to trust what I cannot see. And if I become weak before the journey is through, let me remember that I'm carried by you. I don't need to understand every part. I only need to keep you close to my heart. Lord, slow down my thoughts, quiet down my fears. Let your peace surround me.
Let it cover all these years.
I've carried enough, I've cried enough,
I've cried enough.
I've tried to fix and trust your love to hold me now. Lord, Lord, give my weary heart some rest. I've done my best. Now I need you to do the rest. When my soul is tired and my faith is low, hold me close and don't let me go. Take these worries from my mind and give me your peace when I cannot find a reason to smile, a reason to stand. Lord, I'm placing my life in your hands. So I'll rest tonight, I'll let the tears fall. I don't have to understand it all. You know my heart, you know my pain, you know the prayers I've prayed again and again. And if all I can say is your holy name, that will be enough when I walk through the pain. For I've learned through the years, through the tears and the trials, your love can still find me in my darkest miles. Lord, give my weary heart some rest. I've done my best. Now I need you to do the rest. Now I need you to do the rest. When my soul is tired and my faith is low, hold me close and don't let me go. Take these words from my mind, give me your peace when I cannot find a reason to smile, a reason to stand. Lord, I'm placing my life in your hands. Lord, Lord, I've been carrying the weight for so long, trying to keep moving when everything feels wrong. I've told myself that I have to be strong, but some nights I don't know where I belong. Jesus, I come to you with a heart that's warm. I've carried my sorrow from night until morn. I've tried to be strong when I wanted to cry. I've asked you for answers and wondered why. You know every burden I carry inside. You know every place where my tears have dried. So I'm not asking for riches or fame. I'm only asking for peace in your name. Jesus, bring peace to my heart when everything around me falls apart, when my faith is weak and my courage is gone. Hold me, Lord, and help me carry on. Bring peace where the worry has darkness has entered in, when I cannot see what tomorrow will bring, let your peace be the song that my weary heart sings. I've known what it means to be tired of trying. I've known what it means to keep smiling while crying. I've carried old memories I wanted to release. I've searched through the darkness for a moment of peace. But every time I thought I could not go farther, you gave me grace. When I couldn't go another, you never demanded that I hide all my pain. You simply reminded me to trust you again. Jesus, bring peace to my heart. Oh, when everything around me falls apart, when my faith is weak and my courage is gone, hold me, Lord, and help me carry on. Bring peace where the worry has been. Bring hope where the darkness has entered in, when I cannot see what tomorrow will bring. Let your peace be the song that my weary heart sings. There are things I have carried for many long years. There are prayers I've whispered through oceans of tears. There are doors I still wonder why you closed. There are places in my heart that nobody knows, but I'm learning to trust you without knowing why. I'm learning to rest when I cannot see the light. I'm learning that faith isn't having all the answers. It's knowing you're near when the road becomes harder. So take all my worry and take all my fear. Take every question I've carried for years. Take every regret that keeps pulling me back, and give me the courage to stay on your path. If I cannot change it, I'll leave it with you. If I cannot see it, I'll trust you to do. If I cannot carry it, Lord, carry it for me. I surrender my heart so my soul can be free. Yeah. Jesus, oh,
Bring peace to my heart.
when everything around me falls apart, when my faith is weak and my courage is gone, hold me, Lord, and help me carry on. Bring peace
Where the
worry has been. Bring hope
where the darkness
has entered in, when I cannot see
but tomorrow.
what tomorrow will bring. Let your peace be the song that my weary heart sings. Peace in my heart,
Peace in my mind.
peace in my mind, peace for the things I must leave behind, peace for the questions
I cannot.
I cannot explain, peace for the tears that fall like rain. Jesus, stay with me when I cannot understand. Jesus, strengthen me when I cannot stand, and when my voice gets weak and I don't know what to say. Let my heart simply whisper your name. Tomorrow may bring another road before me, but I won't be afraid of what I cannot see. For I've seen your mercy too many times to believe that you've left me behind. You have kept me through sorrow and pain.
Lord, there are days when my heart gets tired, when the hope I once carried feels almost expired. I've looked at my life and wondered what changed. I've prayed for relief while walking through pain, but somewhere inside me I still hear your voice, reminding my soul that I still have a choice. I can surrender the fear, I can trust you again, I can believe that your mercy will never end. Lord, don't let me lose my hope when I'm hanging by the end of my rope, when the road gets dark and I cannot see. Remind my heart that you're still with me. Don't let my tears become my final song. Give me the strength to keep moving on when I feel like I've reached the end of my road. Carry my heart when I can't carry the load. I've watched some dreams disappear in the distance. I've faced disappointment that tested my faith. I've stood in the silence waiting for answers, wondering how much longer I would have to wait. But I've learned that silence doesn't mean you've left me, and waiting doesn't mean you've forgotten my name. Sometimes you're working beyond what I can see, while teaching my heart how to trust you completely. Lord, don't let me lose my hope when I'm hanging by the end of my rope, when the road gets dark and I cannot see. Remind my heart that you're still with me. Don't let my tears become my final song. Give me the strength to keep moving on when I feel like I've reached the end of my road. Carry my heart when I can't carry the load. So I'm bringing you every unanswered question, every disappointment, every hidden regret, the things I keep replaying inside of my mind, the moments I wish I could leave behind. I cannot change what has already happened. I cannot control what tomorrow will bring, but I can place this moment into your hands and trust you to lead me wherever I stand. When my heart is discouraged, speak gently to me. When fear tells me nothing will ever change, remind me of all of the nights you sustained me. Remind me of all of the times you made a way. If I stumble, Lord, help me get back up. If I grow weary, fill my spirit with strength. If I cannot see beyond this moment, give me enough grace for the step that's next. Lord, don't let me lose my hope when I'm hanging by the end of my rope. When the road gets dark and I cannot see, remind my heart that you're still with me. Don't let my tears become my final song. Give me the strength to keep moving on. When I feel like I've reached the end of my road, carry my heart when I can't carry the load. Hope when I cannot see, faith when I cannot understand, peace when my heart is shaking, grace when I cannot stand. Lord, don't let me give up, don't let me turn away. Put a new song in my spirit, give me strength for today. I may be tired, I may be hurting, I may not know what comes next, but as long as you are with me, I know there is still hope. One day I'll look back on these difficult seasons and understand why you asked me to wait. I'll see how your hand was moving in silence. I'll see how your grace was making a way. Until that day, I'll keep trusting your goodness. I'll keep holding on when the road feels long. And if all I can whisper is your holy name, I'll whisper it softly and keep moving on. Don't let me lose my hope. Lord, don't let me lose my hope. When I'm hanging by the end of my rope, it gets dark, and the road gets dark, and I cannot see. Remind my heart that you're still with me. Don't let my tears become my final song. Give me the strength to keep moving on. When I feel like I've reached the end of my road, carry my heart when I can't carry the load. There is still hope, there is still grace, there is still mercy, there is still a way. Lord, there were times I thought my story was over, times when I looked at what I'd lost and wondered what could possibly come next. But tonight, I hear something inside my spirit, a quiet voice saying, it's not over, there's still hope. I've had days when I couldn't see tomorrow. I've had nights when my heart was full of doubt. I've looked at my mistakes and wondered if I'd ever find my way out. I've carried regrets from years gone by. I've remembered opportunities that passed me by. I've thought about the words I shouldn't have spoken. I thought about the doors I should have walked through. I've thought about the chances I let go. And sometimes
me that my future had no room left for me. But then you reminded me that my mistakes are not bigger than your mercy. I may have made mistakes, but you still have a plan. I may have lost some years, but you can still use what's left. There's still hope for me. There's still a reason to believe. Even after all I've lost, you haven't finished with me. There's still hope for me. Your mercy hasn't run dry. As long as I have breath, there's still a reason to lift my eyes. There's still hope for me. I've watched some dreams disappear with time. I've had plans that never became reality. I've looked at my age and wondered if I missed my opportunity. But you taught me that purpose doesn't expire. You taught me that one chapter doesn't determine the ending. You taught me that sometimes the thing I call failure is simply a change in direction. And sometimes the season I thought was wasted was actually preparing me for something I couldn't see. So I'm not going to spend the rest of my life punishing myself for what I cannot change. The past has taught me, but the past doesn't own me. There's still hope for me. There's still a reason to believe. Even after all I've lost, you haven't finished with me. Oh, there's still hope for me. Your mercy hasn't run dry. As long as I have breath, there's still a reason to lift my eyes. There's still hope for me. Maybe you've been listening and you've been thinking it's too late for you. Maybe you think you've wasted too much time. Maybe you think you've made too many mistakes. Maybe you think God cannot use you anymore. But listen, if you're still breathing, your story's still moving. If you can still pray, you can still hope. If you can still believe, you can still begin again. You don't have to erase your past. You don't have to pretend it never happened. Just give it to God. Let Him take the broken pieces. Let Him teach you what the pain was trying to teach you. And let Him write what comes next. You are not the worst thing you've done.
You are not
the hardest season you've survived.
you survive.
And you are not the failure that tried to define you. There's still hope for me. There's still a reason to believe. Even after all I've lost, you haven't finished with me. There's still hope.
There's still hope for me.
Your mercy hasn't run dry. As long as I have breath, there's still a reason to lift my eyes. There's still hope for me. I've learned that hope doesn't always feel loud. Sometimes hope is very quiet. Sometimes hope is waking up and deciding to try again. Sometimes hope is whispering a prayer when your heart doesn't feel like praying. Sometimes hope is forgiving yourself for being human. Sometimes hope is believing that tomorrow can hold something you haven't seen yet. And sometimes hope is simply saying, God, I don't know what you're doing, but I trust you with what's left. That's where I am tonight. I don't know what the future holds, but I believe you still have something for me. Lord, take these years, take these memories, take these mistakes, take these regrets, take every dream I thought was dead, take every part of me that stopped believing. Lord, I don't know what tomorrow will bring.
Lord, I can't see it. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know how this is gonna change, but I've learned something over these years. Just because I can't see your hand moving doesn't mean your hand isn't moving. So tonight I'm choosing to believe you're working somehow. I've been looking at the same situation for what feels like 1,000 days. I've prayed the same prayer until the words started sounding the same. I've asked you for one little sign, one little indication that something was changing, but everything still looked exactly the same. And I'll be honest, Lord, I became discouraged. I wondered if you had forgotten.
I wondered
if I had done something wrong. I wondered why everybody else seemed to be moving forward while I remained waiting. But somewhere inside that waiting, you began teaching me to trust what I couldn't see. Maybe the answer is already moving. Maybe the door is being prepared. Maybe the thing I'm waiting for is waiting for me. I don't know, but I believe you're working somehow.
somehow.
Even when I cannot see, I know you're moving somehow. Even when nothing changes for me, the road may look empty, the answer may be delayed, but I've seen your faithfulness, and I know you haven't changed.
I don't know how,
I don't know when, but I know you're working somehow. Sometimes we think if God is working, we should see evidence. We expect the phone to ring, we expect the door to open, we expect the situation to change overnight. But maybe some things take time. Maybe some miracles begin beneath the surface. Maybe some answers require preparation. Maybe some blessings need us to become ready before they arrive. I've learned not to demand that you explain everything, Because if you showed me
every step of the journey,
I might try to control every step. So perhaps the hidden season is teaching me trust. I know you're
working somehow,
even when I cannot see. I know you're
moving somehow,
even when nothing changes for me.
the road may look empty,
The answer
may be delayed,
but I've seen your faithfulness, and I know you haven't changed. I don't know how,
I don't know when,
but I know you're working somehow. I've seen this before. A situation looked impossible. Nothing seemed to move, nothing seemed to change. Then suddenly, everything shifted. What I thought was a dead end was actually a turning point. What I thought was a delay
was protection.
What I thought was a rejection was redirection.
What I thought was
An ending was the beginning of something new. And now I look back and understand you were working the whole time. I simply couldn't see it.
so when I can't see,
I'll remember when I can't understand.
I'll remember
When I feel forgotten, I'll remember
you've worked before.
you'll work again. I know you're
Working somehow,
even when I cannot see. I know you're
moving somehow,
even when nothing changes for me.
the road may look empty,
The answer,
may be delayed,
but I've seen your faithfulness, and I know you haven't changed. I don't know how,
I don't know when,
but I know you're working somehow. Maybe you're listening while you're waiting too. Maybe you've prayed for something that hasn't happened. Maybe you're tired of hearing people say, just have faith. Because you've had faith, you've prayed, you've waited, you've cried, and you're still waiting. But don't mistake the length of the wait for the absence of God. Some of the deepest roots grow during seasons when nothing appears to be happening. The tree may look still, but underneath
something is moving,
something is growing.
something is preparing.
And perhaps your faith is doing the same thing. Lord, if you're working behind the scenes, teach me patience. If you're preparing something, teach me readiness. If you're closing a door, teach me acceptance. Lord, tonight I choose to stop measuring your faithfulness by what I can see. I choose to stop saying nothing is happening, because I don't know that. I only know I cannot see it, and those are not the same thing. So I'll wait,
I'll pray,
I'll keep walking, I'll keep believing.
I'll keep trusting.
And when fear tells me that nothing will change, I'll answer, you don't know what God is doing. When doubt tells me that I've been forgotten, I'll answer, He has never forgotten me. When impatience tells me to force the door, I'll answer, if God wants it open, He knows how to open it. And when I can't see, the storm is still here. The questions are still here. The tears are still here. But so are you. And tonight, I'm making a decision. I may not understand this storm, but I'm gonna praise you through it. I've been walking through a season that I never planned to see. I've been carrying heavy burdens that have tested all of me. There were mornings when I woke up already feeling tired. There were nights when I lay awake with my heart under fire. I asked you for an answer. I asked you for relief. I asked you for a reason that could help me understand this grief. But sometimes the answer didn't come. Sometimes the storm stayed longer than I thought, and I had to decide, would I only praise you when everything was good? Or would I praise you because you are still God? So even while I'm hurting, I lift my voice. Even while I'm waiting, I'll make a choice. I'll praise you through this storm. I'll praise you through the rain. I'll praise you when my heart is hurting. Oh, I'll praise you through the pain. I may not see the morning, but I know it's coming soon. And even in the darkest hour, I'll keep my eyes on you. I'll praise you through the storm. I know what it feels like to smile when you're hurting. I know what it feels like to say you're okay when you're barely holding on. I know what it feels like to pray for somebody else while secretly hoping somebody would pray for you. I've been there, I've carried those days, but I've learned that worship isn't pretending. The storm doesn't exist, worship is saying the storm is real, but God is greater. The pain is real, but God is still good. The tears are real, but God is still faithful. The uncertainty is real, but God is still in control. I'll praise you through the storm. I'll praise you through the rain. I'll praise you through the rain. I'll praise you when my heart is hurting. I'll praise you through the pain. I may not see the morning, but I know it's coming soon. But I know it's coming soon. Even in the darkest hour, I'll keep my eyes on you. I'll praise you through the storm. I've learned that storms don't ask permission. They come into your life without warning. One day everything can feel peaceful. The next day everything changes. A phone call, a conversation, a diagnosis of circumstances, a financial burden, a broken relationship, a disappointment, something you never expected. And suddenly you are standing in the middle of a storm. But storms have taught me something about faith. Faith isn't proven when the sky is clear. Faith is proven when the wind is blowing, when the waves are high, when you cannot see what comes next. That's when I have to say, Lord, I still trust you. I don't praise you because everything is easy.
I praise you.
Because you are worthy. Yeah, I'll praise you through this storm. I'll praise you through this storm.
I'll praise you through the rain.
I'll praise you through the rain.
I'll praise you when my heart is hurt.
I'll praise you through the pain.
I'll praise you through the pain.
I may not see the morning,
May not see the morning,
but I know it's coming soon.
and even in the darkest hour,
I'll keep my eyes on you. I'll praise you through the storm. Maybe you're listening and you're in your own storm. Maybe nobody knows how hard things have become. Maybe you've been wondering how much longer you can continue. Let me tell you something I've learned over the years. You don't have to feel strong to keep believing. You don't have to feel happy to worship. You don't have to have all the answers to lift your voice. Sometimes your most powerful prayer is simply, Lord, I'm still here. Sometimes your greatest act of faith is getting up tomorrow. Sometimes worship is just breathing and saying, thank you for another day. That's enough. God sees the heart behind the song. Lord, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm hurting, I'm tired, I'm confused. There are things I wish were different. There are prayers. I've been through enough to know that life doesn't always go the way we planned. I've seen storms, I've seen loss, I've seen disappointment. I've seen days when I didn't know how I would make it to another morning. But I've also seen you. And after all these years, I've learned one thing: whatever comes, you'll bring me through. I walked some roads I never thought I'd travel. I've carried burdens I never thought I'd bear. I've stood in places where the future looked uncertain, wondering if there was a way out of there. I watched the things I counted on disappear. I faced some moments that brought me to my knees. I've asked you, Lord, how am I gonna make it? And you didn't always give me an answer. Sometimes you simply gave me strength for one more day. And somehow one day became another. One step became another. One breath became another. And here I am. I didn't know how I'd get through it, but somehow you carried me. You'll bring me through. You'll bring me through.
when I don't know
What tomorrow will do, when the road gets hard, when the night gets remember some of the hardest seasons. I remember the nights filled with questions. I remember looking toward tomorrow and feeling afraid of what it might bring. But fear has a short memory. Fear forgets what God has already done. Fear remembers the problem, but forgets the rescue. Fear remembers the storm, but forgets that you survived it. So tonight I'm remembering every time you made a way.
Every time
You gave me strength.
every time
You protected me from something
I didn't even know
was coming. Every time
you gave me peace.
when nothing around me made sense, you'll bring me through. You'll bring me through.
When I don't know
What tomorrow will do, when the road gets hard, when the night gets long, you'll give me the strength to keep moving on. I may not know how the story ends, but I know who holds my hand. You'll bring me through. Maybe you're listening with a heart that's tired. Maybe you've been strong for too long. Maybe you're wondering how much longer you can keep going. I understand, I've been there. But don't decide that your story is finished just because today is difficult. Don't confuse a hard chapter with a hopeless book. There are pages you haven't read yet. There are mornings you haven't seen yet. There are prayers you haven't watched unfold yet. There are blessings you haven't recognized yet. Keep walking, keep believing, keep praying, keep breathing. You don't have to know everything today. You just have to take the next step. Oh, if you brought me through yesterday,
you'll bring me
through tomorrow. If you carried me
through that storm.
you carried me through this one. If you gave me strength when I had none, you'll give me strength again. I don't need to be fearless. I just need to keep trusting you. I don't need to know the whole road. I just need enough light for the next step. So here I am.
Take my hand,
Lead me,
carry me,
correct me,
strengthen me.
and when I become tired, don't let me quit. Oh, I've been through enough to know that life doesn't always go the way we planned. I've been through enough to know that life doesn't always go the way we planned. I've seen storms, I've seen loss, I've seen disappointment. I've seen days when I didn't know how I would make it to another morning. But I've also seen you, and after all these years, I've learned one thing: whatever comes, you'll bring me through. I've been through enough to know that life doesn't always go the way we planned. I've seen storms, I've seen loss, I've seen disappointment, I've seen days